Hello, Ralph, Ryan, AJ, Bobby Balsa. How is everyone? Hello, Brian. What's everybody up to this lovely Friday? I'm sticking fins and hinkles. I mean, this son of a bitch looks real, bros. Not gonna lie. Koala. Now you got koala videos. You got videos of koalas cranking their hogs. There's hog cranking videos taking over the internet right now. It's all the rage. I don't want to show this thing just yet, but now that it's in my hand, I mean, does it look like do I look like one of those little fly fishing gurus that catches a trout on a fly and holds it in my hand and would probably wear rubber gloves? I don't know if the rubber gloves have made their way into the fly streams yet, but I'm sure they have. So their hands never touch the delicate trout. I mean, this could be one. This could be one of those. Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to not damage the slime coat of this hinkle. But this thing's pretty damn sexy. This is one of those keepers. Like if I were plucking them, if I got to keep every one I deemed worthy, I would probably keep this one. This one would be worthy of the wall. But the good thing about this one is I will probably have the opportunity to purchase this on eBay for $1,000 because I believe the guy that I painted this for put the last ones on eBay. But we'll see. I don't care. Whatever. But if one's going to sell for $1,000, it better look like it should look like this. I also did some hello builder dude. Also did some crappies. Which looks better? A hinkle crappie or a whatever this shitty ass thing is, a clutch crappie. I think you know which one I will choose, but different strokes for different folks. I will say this one is more accurate. I don't know which side's better. They're both pretty nasty. Can't really see. It's got some pretty good it's got some pretty good crappie things going on. I mean, it looks pretty crappie-like, if I do say so myself. That was a color match from a picture of one the fellow caught. Need more overspray? Got a little bit. Yeah, a little bit on the gap here. I tried to keep the tail clean. Yeah, I don't know what these look like, bro. But I'll tell you, whatever it is they look like, I don't know. I don't like it. And it would be hard for me to look you in the eyes and say, you need this $100 and $200 bait, $100 to $200 bait, however much it costs. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. The few clutches you've done had kinds of stuff stuck in the tail. This one was pretty clean. The only problem was some of the fibers came out attached to my tape, which I didn't think was very good. That damn blue painter's tape will pull your tail out. That's pretty chicken shit. But yeah, the Rafa crappie is sexy. Guys, I was bitching to our old buddy AJ Mindy over there about some asshole outbidding me. It wasn't lures, it was fishing rods. Some asshole outbid me. Turns out that asshole was me. Apparently, I don't know how this auction works, but it kept saying I was outbid, but I wasn't outbid. It was just I had set a maximum, and every time somebody would bid, it would give me a notification that I had been outbid, but it would rebid for me. So I told AJ, I was like, dude, I screwed up. I was like, some asshole got those rods for dirt cheap. And I was like, I was dicking around with the kids and like not paying attention to what I was doing. And I was like, I forgot to like get back on there and check my bids. I was like, somebody got them rods cheap. And then I got a confirmation email that I needed to pay my bill. I was like, what bill? So I got it and I paid it. And I ended up paying, it's 3 brand new Powell Maxes. I don't know if they're all 3Ds. One of them's a Max 3D. But the grand total, I think, was $120 for 3 rods. And which comes out to about $40 a rod. Powell's, yeah. And he had a bunch of them. The auction did. Some guy passed away, and this was like his estate sale. We can speak freely of it now. I raised your bid by 30. Somebody was going to do it, AJ. I'd rather it be you. So, yeah, there was, so I got those. There was another lot that was a grouping of 3 rods and reels, and it had like a dial on one of the reels, and the other reel looked like a scorpion. But those were 2 Powells on those rods with the reels on them. That was 2 Powells. I would like to have had those. And there was other ones like in other lots, but I wish they would have just taken all the Powells and all the reels off and sold the reels separate, and then taken the rods and sold the rods by brand. Because I feel like I could have cleaned up if that would have been the case. Chris, AJ is going to pick them up, and AJ is going to ship them to me because I don't think he nor I trust them to be able to package a rod properly, and I know he won't gouge me. But it's local to AJ. He did me a solid and said he'd go pick up anything that I won and ship it to me. So it's just some local Nebraska auction site. Like it's like I don't even know what it is. You've seen them before, where it's like local auctions and they just like throw up a website. But it all of it ended last night. AJ, did you say you didn't win any Lucky Strokes? Did you not win one lot? Which would be unfortunate. Not even a lucky stroke. But I'm trying to think what else. Some of the crankbait lots. Dude, I think it was, what was it, AJ? Was it like 1,000 hard baits? Was the number you told me? I kind of want to go back and look and see what some of the stuff went for, but part of me doesn't want to know because some of it will probably make me sick, and probably some of it will make me say I would have never bid anywhere close to that amount for that shit. But didn't win anything. I should have bid more. Stuff buying 200 crankbaits for 12. Yeah, that was the other part. Is there was a lot of shit that you had to. That was like AJ said, 2,000 baits. It was he had walleye and like bass stuff, so it was a lot. But there were certain lots that it was a lot of junk that you wouldn't necessarily want, but then there was some stuff you would want, but you wouldn't want to have to buy the other 100 baits just to get a little handful of stuff. And it wasn't that cheap where I feel like it was worth buying all of them. Like if it would have been $2 or $1, you can justify it. But some of those guys, some of those bids, auctions got pretty wild. Correct. This guy was a huge, seemed to be collector of custom painted crankbaits, but he had a taste for the $7 bin. The dude had a lot of custom painted KO blanks and clone blanks and things of that nature, like 1.5s and S cranks and wiggle warts and stuff like that. Lots of those with okay paint jobs on them. But it's the ones you see, you get on eBay and you see them, you get on like Facebook and you see them. It's all the ones that you can buy for like $8. Those. Am I a bubonic fan? Or was he the guy? I didn't see any bubonic stuff in his collection. But I don't know that I was a huge bubonic. I thought what's the guy's name? Chris. I thought he did pretty cool crawls, and a lot of people knocked him off. But a few times I heard him speak or read his comments, the dude seemed like his ego and his head would not fit inside the Pyramid Bass Pro Shops. So that kind of turned me off. I don't know if he's chilled out, but I don't know, Ryan. Maybe. Yes, Tool. Like he even commented on one of my posts back in the day. That was something. It was like he bestowed his blessing that like I painted like a good bait or something. And it was like the way it was worded was like I was beneath him and that he like approved of it. So, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, first of all you can do is paint a damn goofy looking crawfish with a bunch of every color in the Createx starter kit. So besides that, don't start with me. How'd it work out for you, Morgan? That dude got ripped off a ton, which is, I guess, it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a blessing and a curse, but maybe I've got him wrong. Maybe he's chilled out. Maybe he just came off wrong. I don't know. Bobby, you get all cranks for pennies on the dollar. Get TK and AJ to paint them for a fair price and sell them for triple. There you go. I really hate this part of the Hinkle process. It's sketchy. It's sketchy, boys. It's sketchy, bros. I'm just going to go ahead and start sticking them on. It's too many fins. It's too many fins. That's the bottom one, I believe. This is the top one. Too many fins. Anybody fishing this weekend? I just sent one to you. Only pick of one I had. Oh, you've got a we've got a picture of the custom Morgan Mason had the plague, as they used to say in the bubonic community. It was like as soon as he got his mystery tackle box bait, dude fell off. I'm not trying to take anything away from him either. He did really cool shit, but the oh man. You did it. You know, can I show the world? Oh, can't see it. Sorry, Morgan. Oh, you can almost see it. I mean, that was that was the interesting thing about those is like a lot of guys got so good at it that you really couldn't tell the difference in him and somebody else, which is sad because obviously there was guys sitting around and they used all of their time and all of their resources and all of their practice to do nothing but rip that dude off. Like if they would have used that time a little more wisely, they could have probably, I don't know, made something creative themselves. Anyone watch Bass After Dark last night? Anthony, you have to now because you're the number one commenter and everybody expects you on there. So now you can't even miss an episode, dude. You got to get a babysitter for the kids so you can watch Bass After Dark and be in the chat. But I did not watch it. I forgot. I didn't watch anything. What did I watch? I'm sure I watched something. Oh, I watched deathcore. I watched some deathcore band in bed. Chelsea something. I was reading about their lead singer, and then like the lineup of the band now is nobody in the original band. So how does that work? Where you go through so many members that eventually there's no members that were originally in the band, so it's just like all new people that have taken over the band name. Chelsea Grin, yeah. But I heard some. It all started with I saw this like reel of them headbanging. And I was like, that sounded pretty good. Like the music, and so let me go listen to these guys. So I kind of dove in, and it was not my thing, but they had some pretty good, decent grin, I think. Or green, I don't know what it was. I don't remember. I didn't. I'm not gonna drive around listening to them. I can tell you that much. But I did enjoy my little bit of time with them last night, exploring, seeing what they were all about. No, it wasn't you, BBC. I haven't been on any of those in a while. I have a super glue bubble. I need to pop that. There it goes. Man, I hate dealing with super glue. Chelsea Grin, the wide leg stance in zero chord chugs teabagging the floor. Yes, that's them. That is them. You know them, Anthony. Lots of chugging. Lots of chugging. And I was reading, apparently they play in drop A, which is very low. No, I caught this in the stream outside. BBC. I'm about to fillet his ass for dinner. Hope y'all don't mind. We're going to do a catch and cook on the camper stream today. JP, it is low. It's just what's even more funny is the noises that are, I guess they're lyrics. I don't know. I don't know if the guy's actually saying words, but it's, the vocals were amusing, whatever they were. The guy's got an incredible talent for what he can do, how he can control his voice, like with his growls and his, I don't even know what you call that type of vocal style where you just go like that kind of stuff. I don't know how you do it, and I don't know how you do it like all night, but like that hurts just me doing that. But if you're looking for some stuff to listen to, check them out. Just Chelsea Grin. Look, scroll up in the comments. Brain damage? No way, bro. This thing is healthy as an ox. This thing is ready to eat. Looks like dinner. That's what I thought. This thing looks very delicious. I don't even know why I put these bottom fins on. They're dumb. But I'll stick them on. I'll stick them on. Next thing I got to do is I got to get my my plane ticket to the Bassmaster Classic. Yeah, I got some, Bobby. You don't want to miss the next one. I've actually got two in my possession. Just pure false chord singing. Yeah, I don't even, like I said, I almost went down the wormhole to where I looked up the lyrics, but I did that recently to like some like death metal lyrics, like started reading some like Corpse Grinder lyrics and like just odd stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm not opening up that can of worms tonight. I'm not going there. No, I think I got a place to stay, BBC. Thank you. Bobby's getting twitchy. We got these, Bobby. The real DT8 that Rapala should have done to begin with. DT6 frame, longer bill. DT6 bill angle with an extended bill. What kind of conclusion have you come to with the bait wall? The stream seems bland. It does. It needs a little something to pop. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know where to begin. I'm thinking about putting them all back minus the Bagleys and then just putting Bagleys in boxes. Because there was a lot of excessive Bagleys, and I typically don't go and pull Bagleys off the wall. So I think I'm going to leave the Bagleys off, and maybe if I take all the Bagleys off, I'll have room for everything else. So I think that's the plan. That's probably what I'm going to do after I get these. After I get these damn fins on, I think that's my next move. Is I'm going to try and get the bait wall pieced back together. It's at least what I want to do. I gotta get this thing going. We gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back, boys. So that's the plan. Yeah, I remember talking to Burns in previous streams about him retiring, and I thought it was going to be in like 3 years. I didn't know 4 months. I'm gonna have to do some. At the rate Burns will be building, I'm going to have to call Tackle Warehouse. Say, you know, the builder dude retired. Dude, I wish I could see this up close. I mean, this son of a buck is sexy. It is sexy. So what's next? This big one. I think that's going to bring in a big and BBC almost 80 degrees. Oh, so my buddy, acquaintance, I know him, got some, I think he's got some baits of mine. Guitar slinger from Austin, Willie Pipkins, was bank stomping on Town Lake 2 days ago and set the lake record with a 14-pound largemouth off the bank. Just casting. Nothing fancy. BBC, don't answer. What do you think he caught the fish on? What do you think would catch a 14-pound bass in Austin, Texas in February? Dream Pop, I wish. Workhorse. Oh, you wish, BBC, you wish. Cinco? Close. Not quite. Close, but not quite. God, I hate these. The problem is I got 3 more to do after this one. It doesn't fit. I don't even know why I put those in there. Poop bait, bandito bug, close. 4-inch fry. It's a good old super fluke. A good old super fluke. Nothing fancy, nothing special, just a fluke. Was it a fluke? Maybe. But it worked. Yeah, I bet. I mean, you got to think all the guys that go out there and fish their ass off. And Willie fishes his ass off. He just does it from the bank. And he doesn't YouTube it. And so you got Jared. He's out there all the time throwing stuff the size of your arms. But I don't know what color it was. I do not know that answer. I didn't ask. Because I asked him and I was like, was this recently? And he's like, yeah, dude, that was yesterday. It's like, wow, that's awesome. Congratulations. What'd you catch it on? Damn fluke. Fluke for a fluke. If it doesn't get put on, exactly. If you don't post it on YouTube or the gram, you're insignificant and less of a fisherman. Right? Right. Which one does this go? I hate these damn fins. I don't know if I've told y'all, but I don't like these fins. I mean, these seemingly look the same. Which one goes in easier? Okay, that's where you'll go. I've caught a lot of nice fish walking the bank. Yeah, I like. That's what I used to do when I lived in Austin. I walked a many a bank on Town Lake. It was just convenient and it was fun, and you could catch them there doing that. So that's what I did. Just bank walked because I think Grant Langmore he caught his 13.8 or whatever off the rowing dock walking. So there's been a 13 and a 14 both caught off the bank, which I would say would possibly, you could argue that the biggest fish that have come out of Town Lake have been caught from the bank. The 2 biggest, at least. BBC, how did your trip to the old pond go? This is a kokanee color. color match off of a kokanee he sent me. Just very light green top and not that much. Just a little bit of shading, more. And the shading wasn't from the actual fish. The shading was just from the light in the picture, but I did it anyway. Hopefully that looks like a kokanee to somebody in California. Campers and a bunch of Hinkle fins. I think I'm good on the Hinkle fins. I was trying to find the comment. He turned it into Share Lunker, I believe, because that's where I saw it. I didn't see it on his page. I saw it on the Texas Parks and Wildlife post. They posted a Share Lunker, and I saw Willie in the picture. Damn. And I recognized the background. Like, I knew exactly where he was. I was like, how about that shit? Matt Allen caught a 16-pounder in Northern California from the bank. That's pretty cool. Little brother and I caught a bunch all in the Big M cranks and a 3-pound pickerel. Which did you choose? BBC, which Big M did you choose to go with? And you let your little brother throw a Big M? Brave. Brave move. I believe these fins, I don't think they hurt. I mean, they look real. So I don't know. Builder dude. You know. This was these baits came from a time when people were getting super nerdy about their baits and their trouts and stuff and how they wanted them to look, and I don't know. I mean, I guess they do, but Marty, he sent you pics and he didn't send me pics? Am I going to have baits at the Classic? I don't think so. Unless somebody wants me to bring something. But I'm just going to have them in my backpack if that's the case. I could do a Classic only Builder Dude drop. It's so exclusive you have to buy it in person, which would be cool. Open to anyone. I will have a certain amount of Builder Dude 1-of-1 paints, all Warshad. You can get them at the Classic. There will be 10 of them. I should do that. Like finding Waldo, yeah. If you find me, I'll have Warshads. Did I miss who is going to the Ray Scott musical? I don't even know what that is. Travis, fill me in, dude. It's my incarceration. No, you don't, Dustin. You get videos of Appalachian people that you get to watch. Yeah, Bobby, send it on. I'm getting semi caught up. Dreamcatcher, the story of Ray Scott. I did think about trying to find me a big fringed jacket so I can honor Ray Scott. I don't have one though. I would like to have one of his coats. I think they auctioned some of that shit off years ago. I should have bought one of his fringe jackets. But I didn't. It was right after he passed away. I didn't get in on the jackets. There's probably tons of that stuff. There's probably tons of that stuff still up at his house that his kids and his whatever family's left probably doesn't think is that cared about. I wore the same jacket Ray wore. Patrick Seville has one, only 3 or 4 out there. Yeah, Ray. I mean, Ray had a pretty solid wardrobe. Like if you look back over the years, like the dude, he had some native garb that he would wear from time to time, and it didn't seem like you ever saw him in the same jacket twice. Like, wonder where he shopped. I didn't catch B after D last night. I guess I have to go back and look if there was some Ray Scott talk. Oh, B and the D. You and me going bassing in the dark. This is a dumb question, but I know nothing about paint. Do you paint chrome? No, can't paint chrome. Chrome is a process. It's like a plating process. Real chrome. And I don't have any of the shit to do that. Nor am I that interested in it. But I don't chrome. A lot of them he had custom made. The label had his name and Bass logo on it. That's pretty awesome. So you want a chrome warshed? That would be nasty. I need to do a foiled. Didn't we talk about that? A foiled warshed? Yeah, I mean, if you won't, even foil is not as shiny as chrome. Nothing's chrome as chrome. Chrome is its own thing. Like if you can, you know, it's like a tiered thing. Like chrome is king. And then for reflectivity, then maybe foil is somewhere about 4 steps down, and then other materials, but it's not a paint. None of the paints work. Gold leaf, yeah, gold leaf. It's not as reflective. It gets a little dull, but it still has some reflective properties. It's not terrible. It's not as easy to apply smoothly. And then if you do, because it's so thin, you see every little dimple of whatever is underneath. So if you use like some sort of spray adhesive, you're going to see every little glob of adhesive underneath your foil. And it's going to be all crinkled up. It's not the best look. It's okay. I've never been a huge, I went through a leafing phase. So much I leafed an entire guitar in copper leaf. So I never like I messed with foil, or not foil, leaf enough that I realized that I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Yeah, clear coat will, any of those chrome paints, they typically dull with they usually turn silver with clear coat. Because there's some of those like there was a trendy one years ago. The most recent chrome was that stuff for women's fingernails, and it's like a powder, and you brush it on, and then you like kind of polish it out, and it gets pretty reflective. You might remember there was a chrome custom painted bull shad line. Those were not chrome. Those were fingernail dust that had been kind of put on, and they weren't remotely chrome. Chrome is chrome. I wish people would quit calling silver dull paint chrome. Like when it looks like your trunk, like the bumper on your truck or your car, that's chrome. Or your like 1980 Nerf bar, the back of your KC lights from 1978. LP Bass, I like where your head's at, bro, because I completely agree. I found an old chrome red eye that had half the chrome missing, and that thing was looking sweet. I was at my parents' house yesterday when I was picking up the girls. I was digging through some of my baits that were still hanging on the mantle. I saw that thing. I'm like, man, I need to put this thing back in the back in action. Spectrachrome? No, I don't like it either. Some people like that look where it's like all the every color in the rainbow, that just like that holographic look. I'm not a fan of that. Lights aren't even metal anymore. You're right. You can get your plastic LED bulbed KC spotlight for your truck. Silver foil, blackback, pearl belly, red throat. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple. And I've never, like, I only use that stuff if it's specifically asked for. I've never been somebody that was just going to paint a bait and put it on there, because I don't like it. I just think it's I think it's a very ugly palette of colors, because none of them go together. Like, you've got blue, and then you've got like, you just have like blue, red, green, yellow, orange, like every color, and they just like, it doesn't look natural. It looks very unnatural. But like, Eric loves it. A lot of people love it. I hate it. Yeah, I don't know what that. I think it's the same thing. Twitch. It's like the handles in my truck to get out of my truck are plastic, and it's like a chrome coated plastic shell, because mine's peeling off. I don't know what it is. It's like a hard vinyl plastic chrome stuff. It's weird. It's very odd. All right, let's see here. Man, I do not miss these things. Getting those rods will give me an excuse to see what paint is at the good hobby shop. There you go. Is there a hobby town right there in town? I don't like the way these. I have to double check which way these Hinkle fins go in all the time, because any way I put them in, it never looks right. Other than the one secret bait, that's going to be something special. I can get behind that. BBC, what the heck did you build? Oh, it looks like a BDS. It's got a BDS bill in it, whatever it is. I didn't paint it though. I thought you were. I didn't know you were throwing new stock burns. I'm really sick of emails. Y'all get sick of emails? What was I looking up? Hell, Dustin, I think a set of these Hinkle fins is like $40. Which, if you've ever poured fins, I can see why, because I don't like pouring fins. I don't know what these are poured out of. Some sort of urethane feels like, but I don't blame him for selling them for $40 because it's not a fun job. I'm going to make a silent aluminum lipless crankbait. Who's that? Isn't there some Japanese dude that's building up stuff like that? Twitch, I'm into the what's that guy from France that builds the aluminum Telecasters and like guitars? Those are badass. I forget his name. Hella, he came out of the lurks when I mentioned emails. He said, "No." Yeah, I don't like them because it's like every time I get on my phone, it's like, oh, there's 6 more emails. It's like, and you're kind of curious, and then you get them, and you're like, I don't want these. I don't want these. Out of cast aluminum. That seems like quite the undertaking. Twitch, what's your is this for your own amusement? Or is this to take over the fishing world? Is this to capture the fishing market? Hella, you're one of those. Do you have, like, on your phone it says 1209? Yes, on all accounts, Twitch, you're going to take over the fishing market with your aluminum bait, or are you going to just use it for your own amusement? Headed into lockup. Well, Dustin, we'll be here when you get done. Still talking, still trying to get off here. Me still saying goodbye. 1209. Amy's one of those people where it's like you have 6,780 unread messages and just leaves it. I can't handle it. I have 3 and it's bothering me. But I need them because I need them as unread, so I go back to them. An aluminum bank sinker. What does that mean? Bank? I'm not wrapping my head around that. Did Painter Dude say goodbye the first time before I got here? Yeah, I said goodbye 34 minutes ago. 129,000 currently. Nothing unread on the work email. My work email is caught up. Everything is read. Personal email, 59,000 unread. Well, I could probably go to my AOL mail and see how many's unread in there because it probably hasn't been checked since high school. So we're going to do that. We're going to check my high school email and see how many messages I have in there. Aluminum is a third the weight of lead. Let's see here. I won't tell you all my old email address. My father came up with it when he set up the email account in 1998, and I got stuck with the name. It was not a cool name. It was kind of sweet. Is this really you? Yes, it is me. Come on, dude. Now I got to get a verification code to just get in my email to make sure it's me. Like, give me a break. There it is. There's my verification code. Don't tell anybody. 253048. 048? Yes. Stay verified. Stay verified, kids. Remind me later. All right. Here we go. Man, it's hard getting into AOL mail. They hit you with some ads. Land Big Fish sent me an email at 3:34 this morning. In stock. If you're curious, they have Chameleon Ultra Vibes in stock, 177 packs available at landbigfish.com. Nothing good. Sam's Club, not a member. National Debt Relief. True Green Lawn Care, don't know what that is. Fidelity Life. I got a new subscriber to what? My website. I have 19,000. Uh-oh. 19,943 new emails. Pretty good. Did I beat Morgan? How many did Morgan have? I mean, I've got some really I wonder if I can go back to oldest. Can I filter these to my oldest old mail? How do I how do I filter? Well, I don't see where I can do that. Lots of eBay from the past. I probably got MySpace emails in here. Let's look. Let's search MySpace. No, it's pulling from other stuff. Oh well. I'm sure I've got some MySpace emails from my buddy Tom, my number one friend Tom. I might, Kyle. Me and that dude were tight. He's a popular guy. Tom. MySpace. There you go. Latest news from your MySpace friends. This was on February 19th, 2010. The Black Warrior Riverkeeper, today's airport lawsuit story, marked the first article in the Birmingham Times. The band Ages Apart from Tuscaloosa is looking for a bassist, getting ready for rehearsal. Okay, I like that. I should probably respond to their searching for a bassist ad and wonder if they'd be interested. It was on the rank, Marty. Due to my rank and current position, I have to keep up with the emails. It's unfortunate. Oh, I didn't show this off. What do you think about this guy? What do you think about bluegill on a shad? Never been the biggest fan, but it's okay. Here's the party one, Clay. This one's a real party. It's hard to make these Hinkles look right. They're not the easiest to paint because the scales eat up all the good looking stuff. But I think I cracked the code on how to do it. That's what a clutch looks like. Not as sexy. Not as sexy. I did fancy up the eyes. I know it won't focus, but I did custom eyes. There it went. Hello, Scott. I'm just getting off of here for the last 30 minutes. The wife asked, were you 12 when on MySpace? No, in 2010, I would have been in my 20s. So I guess. I don't feel like MySpace was a thing in 2010. That would have been like towards the end of their, because I joined Facebook in like 2007 or something like that. Maybe 2006. No, because I graduated high school in 2002. So, yeah, I would have been mid 20s. Yeah, I don't like that email from MySpace. That had to have been at the very end of MySpace because Facebook started coming on and everybody dumped MySpace. That's what I was thinking. Because I was a little dweeb when MySpace came out. I was still a dweeb in 2010, but I wouldn't have been dicking around on MySpace. I remember when I was in college, it was the when Facebook first came out, it was so wild because like you could only log in to Facebook with a student email, and the University of Alabama was like part of the they were on the list of people who could use Facebook. And it wasn't everybody at first. It was like your school had to be added, and eventually Alabama got added and I could get on Facebook. It might have been 2005 or 4. Whenever it came out, it was shortly thereafter, but it was so dorky back then, just writing on people's walls. Hey, what's up? See you later. And I think MySpace was far superior as far as enjoyment to Facebook. It was 05. Yeah, sounds about right. Sounds about right. And then the game changed. MySpace was for nerds. MySpace was for nerds. I remember my I think the last song I put on there. Let's see what year this would have been. What year? Because you had your little theme song, your little page song that you could put in there. My page song was "Caring is Creepy" by the Shins. Barely spared the humiliation. Check my Facebook history, delete all the cringe posts. It always amuses me when you see one where it's like a really like throwback where somebody like actually wrote on your wall. They're like, "Hey, what's up? Are you coming out tomorrow?" So maybe. Maybe. Let's check my memories. Here's a picture of me drinking a beer with no beard. Man, look at old painter dude. Dressed up nice. What year was that? 2011. Right after my MySpace account got deactivated and I was drinking my sorrows away. Paid song was the Deftones. It's a good one. Where you at, bro? You okay? Yeah. Kate Upton Cat Daddy video. I don't remember that one. I have to look that one up privately. Was she the bikini model from Sports Illustrated? Was that her, Kate Upton? Because if it is, I saw her in the Houston airport, walking through the airport with security, and she was walking her dog through the middle of the airport, and it wasn't like a dog that she needed for seeing or hearing or any like a seeing eye dog. She wasn't like a helpful dog. She was just a designer dog, and she was walking it through the airport, which I thought was odd, and she looked rough. Verlander, yeah. Carl's Jr. hottie. Yeah, so that was her. That was her. She you could tell it was her, like because she had security and she was walking the damn dog through the airport, so it was kind of jumped out at you. But she was tall. Emotional support dog. I guess that's how she was able to walk through the airport with her dog. Knockers from heaven. I do recall they were bigger than average. Bigger than average. All right. Can anyone tell me why they did away with the 4-inch mini scrub? Standard is 3.5 now, and the Magnum is 4. LP does. So is the Magnum the same as the one you're saying they did away with? So you still have your 4-inch Menace? They just renamed it, or did they change it somehow? I'm not a Menace expert. The only Menace grubs I throw are when AJ Mindy hands me some of his retread pours to put on the back of my Mindy Magic jig when I fish with him. Clay, she's still married to Verlander? 4-inch is fat, and 3.5 is now standard. I think the 4-inch was always a 3.5, and now they just labeled it properly. That would make sense, Hella. That would make sense. Somebody said, y'all know this really isn't 3.5. Huh. You know who else I saw who looked terrible in person is what's that little tennis dude's wife? Brooklyn Decker. I saw her in Austin at the gas station. I was going to buy some beer and walked in there and she was in there. She didn't have any makeup on. She looked rough. She looked rough. But dolled up, she looks good. Almost unrecognizable. I guess that was the point. The mini scrub is money. Been using those for a while. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice scrubs. They're nice scrubs. I remember when it was a well, I think it was Mark Davis at one of those Ozark lakes was throwing it and said he was catching 100 a day on the menace on a wobblehead or something. I was like, might need to check these things out. Andy Roddick. Yes, that's him. Yes, that would be him. Yeah, his wife was quite the specimen back then. But anywho, y'all go play with your grubs, and we'll check in next time, see what everybody's doing. Good talk. Sorry, 2:00. I'm behind. I gotta get the wall back up. This is too mainstream. Yeah, it is. It is. Well, it's. I feel like it's fallen off the radar, so it might be time to pick it back up. It might be time to pick it back up. All right. Y'all have a good weekend. Catch y'all later.